Welcome to Business Middle East. In this episode, we discuss the Egyptian pound devaluation and in Business Snapshot, the struggles of the US dollar index. The Central Bank of Egypt is struggling due to a dollar shortage, a significant debate on the weakening of the Egyptian pound. 2 devaluations in 1 week resulted in divided views on this decision. For some, it is an important step to attract foreign investment. Others see it as a major obstacle to importing goods. Let's take a look at the story. Egypt has devalued the Egyptian pound twice in the past week. On Thursday, the central bank devalued the pound by 10 piasters, up from 7.73 to 7.83 pounds to the dollar. On Sunday, the bank weakened the pound again at an auction, dropping the value from 7.83 to 7.93 pounds per dollar. The Egyptian government is seeking to boost foreign investment and revive tourism, but devaluation has a big effect on the daily lives of Egyptians regarding food and fuel prices, with high prices of imports. While the Egyptian government is fighting the black market, it could receive a loan worth $3 billion to support the Egyptian state's general budget, as Egypt's finance minister Hany Kadry Dimian announced. Foreign currency reserves declined from $36 million before the 2011 uprising to $16.335 billion at the end of last September. For more on the Egyptian pound and the dollar index, joining us from Abu Dhabi is Noor Eldin Al-Hammoury, Chief Market Strategist at ADS Securities. How effective is the decision to devalue the Egyptian pound, with the foreign exchange crisis deepening and the black market as well?
It's too early to say that there's a real crisis in Egypt. However, the Egyptian central bank is just like other central banks around the world, which devalued their currencies throughout the year in order to support their economies by increasing exports and inflation. Egypt, in the current situation, is still stable, especially after years of uncertainty and instability. Therefore, we believe this is a positive step and could be effective in the medium term. We don't forget that the global economic slowdown is still seen as a drag on the Egyptian economy.
Does this affect the Egyptian stock market?
The EGX30 index is still under pressure following the recent sell-off in global equities. We don't think the central bank decision is good news for the market, especially as the uncertainty remains toward global equities. Moreover, the declining Egyptian pound, with the continuous global economic slowing down, would not be good news for corporate earnings.
Stay with us. Noor would like to hear your comments on Business Snapshot. The US dollar fell against the global currencies basket last week. The dollar index is now under threat. Details in the story. The dollar fell sharply last week to levels not seen since Black Monday due to negative US data and faded expectations for a US interest rate hike this year. There have been significant losses in the dollar index against the currencies basket since the beginning of October. The dollar fell against the New Zealand dollar by 6.39%, sterling gained 2.03%, the dollar lost about 1.37% against the euro, and the yen gained about 0.37%. Analysts have warned that the dollar's sharp decline could continue due to the formation of a model called the death cross in the dollar index last week. It is a negative sign to mark the end of the uptrend of the dollar. Last week we saw the formation of death cross in the dollar index. Could it be good news for the stock market?
The death cross happens once in a few years, and this formation is very rare. This pattern is when the 50-day moving average crosses below the 100 and the 200-day moving averages. The global equities, especially the US equities, had a notable negative correlation with the US dollar last week. However, what's concerning us now is corporate earnings, which came in less than expected so far. Moreover, Overall EPS is set to decline. Many banks' earnings were disappointing compared to the previous quarter. Therefore, if the economic releases keep disappointing with lower corporate earnings, this might keep the positive correlation between the dollar and the US equities.
What are the levels to watch in dollar index?
In the next few weeks, traders need to keep an eye on level 94 in the US dollar index, as a breakthrough that support is likely to lead to another decline towards Black Monday's lows at around 93.30. Moreover, a breakthrough that support may clear the way for further declines on the short and medium term.
Thank you, Noor. That's all for this week. You can share your comments on this episode's topics via Euronews Twitter and Facebook using #BusinessMiddleEast. Thanks for watching. See you next week.